18 months. That's how long it took a brand new vinyl plank floor to go from showroom perfect to bare white backing showing through by the back door. Not neglect, just daily life, foot traffic, a dog's nails, a dropped pan. The homeowner did everything right on paper, picked a style she loved, paid a fair price, trusted the box. What she didn't do, because almost nobody does, was flip that box over and check one number: the wear layer thickness. Installers check it. Inspectors check it. The guys who get called back 18 months later to rip out a failed floor check it before they even walk in the door. That one spec buried in fine print is the difference between a floor that survives a decade of real living and one that's bare before your first anniversary in the house. This is beneath the barcode, preventing you from making expensive mistakes and giving you the fix for the ones you've already made. 5 vinyl plank brands where that gap between the marketing and the number on the box gets homeowners in real trouble, and 3 where the number backs up the pitch. Let's get into it. Number 1, MSI Rutledge, a name you've likely seen on tile, countertops, or stone at any building supply store in the country. MSI is a legitimate, respected manufacturer, which is exactly why the Rutledge line is such a letdown. The wood grain print looks convincing under showroom lighting. Installed in a real house with real temperature swings, it buckles. Not gentle seasonal movement, actual separation at the seams, gaps wide enough to catch dirt and stop you mid-step. The wear layer sits below the 20 mil threshold installers treat as the real minimum for a kitchen or any room with direct sun, so scuffs don't buff out. They're permanent, baked into a surface too thin to sand or refinish. Homeowners report warping and cupping under nothing more dramatic than ordinary foot traffic, not a commercial kitchen, just a family walking through their own living room. If you love MSI's design range, that's fine. Their other lines carry thicker wear layers and better thermal stability ratings. Rutledge specifically is the one to skip. Ask for the wear layer number and a thermal expansion rating before you buy anything with the MSI name on it, because the name alone tells you less than you'd think. If you didn't expect MSI to be the first brand on this list, be sure to let us know in the comments. Number 2, New Type, a brand most people find through a search result, not a showroom, built entirely around how good it photographs. The listing photos are sharp. The price feels like a win. Then a kitchen chair scrapes across it or a dog trots through and the surface tells a different story. Scratches and chipping within months. The wear layer here runs well under that 20 mil benchmark, thin enough that regular foot traffic and pet claws cut straight through the finish. Plank thickness is inconsistent from piece to piece, so seams never sit flush and the locking system is under stress from day one, which means when one section fails, matching replacement planks from the same batch is nearly impossible. You're not patching a corner, you're redoing the room. Installers and homeowners both describe a sharp chemical smell during and after install, and the waterproof claim doesn't hold up in kitchens or bathrooms, with users documenting swelling after ordinary water exposure. In the exact rooms waterproofing is supposed to matter most. A floor with a real 20 mil wear layer from an established brand runs $3 to $4 more per square foot and lasts 3 to 4 times longer. If New Type shows up cheap in your search results, that's the math behind why. If this one helped you avoid a harsh chemical smell in your house, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss future money-saving tips. Number 3, Rosarosa Peel and Stick. The pitch is speed, peel the backing, press it down, skip the click lock system and the underlayment entirely. That pitch holds up for about as long as it takes the first corner to curl. Peel and stick lives or dies on its adhesive, and that bond is fighting your house constantly. Heat off a sunny window, moisture from a spill, the expansion and contraction that comes with every season. A well-built peel and stick product accounts for all of that with industrial-grade adhesive and enough plank rigidity to stay flat. Rosarosa's adhesive is the weak point, and it fails in a predictable pattern: lifted seams, curled corners, chipping at the edges. Here's the number that matters. Replacing a failed Rosarosa floor means paying for the original material, new material, and labor to strip old adhesive and properly prep the subfloor. On a 200 square foot room, the $2 a square foot you saved up front turns into a few hundred unplanned dollars on top of buying the floor twice. If you're renting and want a temporary cosmetic fix, Peel and Stick still has a place. Just pick a brand with documented adhesive performance. If you own the house, skip it entirely and go rigid core click lock instead. Now number 4, Miruo SPC vinyl plank. On paper, this should be the safe pick stone polymer composite core, the same rigid core technology that makes a floor dimensionally stable and moisture resistant. The core isn't the problem, everything built around it is. The click lock system misaligns often enough that even experienced installers report real frustration seating the planks, and a joint that fights the installer during install stays stressed for the life of the floor, micro gaps, uneven pressure points, a compromised seam before anyone's walked on it. Planks frequently arrive with damaged edges straight out of the box. Wear shows up unevenly too. heavier in some sections than the plank right next to it, which points to inconsistent wear layer application on the manufacturing line rather than anything about how it's being used. Add a chemical smell multiple buyers describe as lingering for weeks, and you've got a floor that gives your installer trouble on day one and keeps giving it every year after. Good core technology doesn't rescue bad quality control built around it. Number 5, and this is the one with real teeth, Armstrong flooring, rigid core. Armstrong has been making flooring since 1860, over 160 years in the business, which is exactly why this one matters more than a typical bad review. In 2016, a class action lawsuit alleged Armstrong knowingly sold flooring that posed a health hazard. Lab analysis cited in the case reportedly showed emissions exceeding formaldehyde limits set by the California Air Resources Board, not a customer complaint, a laboratory result, backing a coordinated legal filing. Armstrong and the retailer both moved to dismiss, but the underlying testing was already public. Layer everyday complaints on top of that. Warranty disputes, discoloration, cupping, and premature wear across the product line, including the flagship Luxe Plank series marketed as their top-tier offering. One buyer who'd paid for that top-tier line with a lifetime warranty attached said flatly they'd never buy Armstrong again, because when they actually tried to use that warranty, the company didn't honor it. That's the real lesson. 160 years of brand trust, a premium product line, a lifetime warranty on paper, and a documented pattern of the company not standing behind any of it when it counted. If you're considering Armstrong rigid core, don't stop at the name, read the actual warranty exclusions before you buy, and search the complaint record for that specific product line. The name is what sold you. The paperwork is what you'll actually be living with. Before we move on to what brands to look for instead, be sure to like the video and subscribe. Now let's get to the 3 brands where the spec sheet and the real-world performance actually match. First, Coretec. Originally built by US Floors and now under Shaw Industries, this was one of the first rigid core luxury vinyl products on the market, and it's still the benchmark installers measure everything else against. The flagship lines carry a waterproof SPC core, a full 20mm wear layer, and an attached cork underlayment for sound and comfort. Step up to the Originals collection and the wear layer goes to 30mm, with embossing detailed enough to compete visually with real hardwood. Coverage is a limited lifetime residential warranty plus 15 years of light commercial protection, and installed pricing runs roughly $550 to $850 per square foot before labor, for a floor that still looks close to new after 15 to 20 years. One real caveat: Coretec wants a genuinely level subfloor. Get more than about 1/8 of an inch out of level, and the locking joints will fight you over time. Prep it properly, and this is the floor an installer would put in their own kitchen without a second thought. Second, Karndean, a UK brand with real traction in the US now, over 100 styles and a surface hardness rating of 7 out of 10 on the H scale, meaningfully more scratch resistant than most vinyl competitors. Every line carries a lifetime residential warranty, and the Da Vinci and Van Gogh collections are the most popular for good reason. One homeowner ran the math against hardwood for a moisture-prone kitchen and came out $2,000 to $3,000 ahead with a nearly identical look. Professional installation is recommended to keep that warranty intact, so budget for it rather than treating it as optional. This is the pick for a busy household where the floor takes a genuine beating and needs to look intentional while doing it. Third, Lifeproof, Home Depot's house brand, and the budget pick worth actually considering, with one condition. It's waterproof, scratch-resistant, and sold in nearly every market in the country, and buyers consistently praise the look and how easy it is to DIY. The condition: stay in the 12 to 22mm wear layer range specifically. Lifeproof's 6.5mm products perform like any other low-end LVP and don't justify the name over a generic alternative. The shelf 10 minutes from your house probably has both the right product and the wrong one sitting side by side. Know which mil number you're grabbing before it goes in the cart. So here's the actual buying rule. Compressed. Flip the box over before you flip through the style catalog, and don't buy anything under a 20mm wear layer for a room with real foot traffic. Read the warranty's exclusions, not just its length. A lifetime warranty a company won't honor is worth exactly nothing. And if a brand name is doing more of the selling than the spec sheet is, that's usually the moment to slow down. If this changed how you'll read the box next time you're in a flooring aisle, that's the whole point of this channel, helping you spend smarter before the money's already gone. Drop a comment with which one surprised you, and if you're not subscribed yet, get on it, because this is Beneath the Barcode, and every single week we're pulling apart the industries that count on you, never checking the fine print before you buy. Hit subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one.